Hello, I'm going to be talking about play and how I think it's so important that we have this element in our classrooms for students of all ages, not just our early in childhood or youngest learners. Really, students of all ages can benefit from play. Going back to the article from Euro, I think we really need to question our own definition of education. And I think that can be hard because with the curriculums and the standards we have to meet a lot of other people's definitions and expectations. So I think really honing in on our own definition and how we can make just small changes to really accentuate our own styles and our own values in the classroom. I think the play approach has a very constructivist element in it because it does provide choices. And also it's that hands-on experimental learning. And it also values questioning. And I think not only will teachers need to question sort of their definition of education to add more play, but this is going to lead the students to question what is learning, because I do believe that play and learning often are simultaneous. They're not two separate things. So I think something else about questioning, it's not historically what we teach our students, and I think it's so valuable because questioning really leads to innovation and progression and positive change, I think. So some of the benefits to adding play to our curriculum is increased intrinsic motivation, because you're giving students sort of that funner element maybe of learning, or more fun. I guess funner isn't a word. You're giving students more autonomy. They're feeling like they have more of a choice and they can choose something that they prefer. Students will gain a broader definition of learning. Also, they'll be able to add creative elements to their work. Also, play can really reduce stress and anxiety. So, some ways I'm thinking that I could potentially add more play into my classroom is, instead of pencil and paper assignments so much and assessments so much, I would like to give my children, my students, maybe not children, depending on their age, I would like to give them choices of formats more frequently. Instead of just writing down answers, can they make a comic, a video, a play, a dance, a song, or a sculpture? A poem, a blog, a letter to a friend. There's so many different formats I think that I typically haven't incorporated into learning. And I think that can make it more playful. Also, relating a topic or assessing learning based on having the student relate that concept to their own lives or themselves can be something I think that could be really beneficial. Another way I think we can incorporate more play is by really taking advantage of outside learning. I know science is a really easy subject to master different concepts while playing outside, clouds, weather, soil, grass, animals. There's so many options. But just getting creative. I know that this wouldn't be in a lot of schools' budgets, but are you able to make an outside area with tables and chairs so the kids can get that outdoor time and maybe have that little more playful element to learning? If you're able to do that, you can do any subject outside when the weather's nice, which is great. And I think that there's also such a therapeutic element to nature. There's a study that was done by Sivayanani and colleagues that has concluded that green spaces can actually enhance academic performance. And not only that, I do think it also brings that playful element into learning. So now that's not something that many people have just believed, but it's evidence-based practices. So I feel really good about incorporating more and more play into my teaching.